Welcome, shadow seekers, to Midnight Felony, where the night peels back its veil, and bloodstains whisper tales no one dares to hear. I'm your guide through the darkest corners of true crime. If this chilling tale grips you, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to never miss a shadow we uncover. Tonight, we descend into a nightmare that gripped a quiet college town. November 13, 2022, Moscow, Idaho. For University of Idaho students, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Chapin brutally stabbed to death in their off-campus home. A 6-bedroom house on King Road transformed into a tomb. The walls dripped crimson, the air choked with silence. A killer vanished into the frostbitten night. For weeks, he was a phantom, until December 30th, when police arrested Bryan Kohberger, a criminology Ph.D. student with eyes as cold as the blade they claim he wielded. Now, in 2025, this case spirals deeper into the abyss. DNA from unknown men, a defense leaning on autism, a judge tearing through secrecy. This is no bedtime story. This is a descent into dread. Picture 4 a.m., Moscow, Idaho. A sleepy college town tucked against the Washington border. Brick dorms, pine trees, and the hum of late-night study sessions. The King Road house looms. 3 floors, a labyrinth of rooms, a sanctuary for 6 students. Kaylee Goncalves, 21, a general studies senior with a laugh that warmed the local bars. Madison Mogen, 21, a marketing major, her lifelong best friend, inseparable since they were kids. Xana Kernodle, 20, a radiant junior with a contagious smile. Chapin, 20, her boyfriend, a Sigma Chi frat brother with a goofy grin. That night, they're home. Kaylee and Maddie, buzzing from a bar crawl, giggling in the early hours. Xana and Ethan, winding down after a frat party, curled up together. 2 roommates, Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funk, sleep soundly on the lower floor. Then the dark cracks open. A figure, masked, silent, slips through the sliding glass door. A crowbar knife glints in the moonlight, 7 inches of steel hungering for blood. Upstairs, Maddie and Kaylee share a bed. The blade flashes, slashing, relentless. Throats gape open. Blood pools, soaking the sheets. A floor below, Xana and Ethan stir. They fight, her hands clawing, his body shielding her, but the knife is merciless. Both are carved open, their bed a crimson swamp. The walls is red, the floorboards groan under the weight of death. Dylan wakes to strange thumps. She peers out her door and freezes. A tall man, bushy brows, black mask, glides past, silent as a shadow. Her heart pounds. She locks her door, texts Bethany. Someone's here. No one calls 911. Not yet. Hours crawl by. At 11:58 a.m., a friend dials emergency services, thinking Xana's passed out. Police arrive. The scene is a slaughterhouse. 4 young lives, gutted. For 6 weeks, Moscow trembles. No murder weapon is found, but a brown leather knife sheath lies on Maddie's bed. Touch DNA on the snap points to a single male source. December 30th, 2022, 1,500 miles away in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania. SWAT storms a red brick house. Bryan Kohberger, 28, lanky, 6 feet tall, a Washington State University grad student just 10 miles from Moscow, blinks as handcuffs snap shut. His white Hyundai Elantra, spotted near King Road at 4 a.m., sits in the driveway. Trash from his parents' bins yields DNA. A cheek swab confirms it, a statistical match to the sheath. May 2023, Kohberger is indicted for counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of burglary. He stands mute. The judge enters a not guilty plea for him. Prosecutors vow the death penalty if he's convicted. The evidence mounts. Cell phone pings place him near the house 12 times in the months before the murders. A VPN masks his digital trail. Amazon purchases trace back to a crowbar knife and black gloves. A selfie taken hours after the killing shows Kohberger at home, his shower curtain missing. Blood washed away, perhaps. His father drives him to Pennsylvania days later. His sister tips the FBI. Kohberger claims he was on a midnight drive alone, always alone. A criminology student who studied killers, now accused of becoming one. But in 2025, the plot thickens. Spine-chilling twists unravel the case. March 3rd, a bombshell drops. DNA under Maddy Mogen's fingernails reveals a three-person mix. Maddy's own, possibly Kaylee's, and 3 unidentified males. Not in CODIS, not Kohberger's, the defense claims. Inconclusive, they shout, pleading with Judge Stephen Hippler to suppress it. It's not him. Prosecutors shrug. The sheath DNA is enough, they counter. Was Maddy clawing at ghosts? Blood on a handrail, labeled unknown nail bee, was ignored by police, who zeroed in on Kohberger. Then, the defense plays a wild card. March 4th, unsealed documents reveal Kohberger's autism spectrum disorder diagnosis. They argue he rocks stairs, struggles to connect. ASD makes him less culpable. They claim a shield against the death penalty. Experts disagree. He's rigid, not remorseful, says Dr. Rachel Orr, a forensic psychologist. Jurors may see his blank expression and condemn him anyway. Meanwhile, Judge Hippler grows weary. Secret filings clog the court. Gag orders suffocate the truth. On March 31st, he lays down the law, no more shadows. Redact, don't seal. The trial is set August 11, 2025 in Boise, 300 miles from Moscow's haunted whispers. 3 months of hell live-streamed, no spectators allowed. Will the DNA unravel Kohberger or set him free? Today, April 2, 2025, the case festers. Kohberger sits in Ada County Jail, isolated, shackled, silent. A Fry hearing looms, March 28, 2025. The DNA evidence goes on trial. The defense calls it voodoo science. Prosecutors boast 99.99% certainty from the sheath. 3 unknown males linger in the shadows, blood, skin, secrets. The autism defense is a long shot. Idaho's death row rarely spares quirks. Hippler's push for transparency unveils chilling details. Text messages from Dylan at 4:22 a.m. No one's answering. She wrote to Bethany. The 911 call at 11:58 a.m. frantic. She's not waking up. The King Road house, demolished in December 2023, bloodstains, and all haunts Boise like a ghost. Prosecutors lean on the sheath DNA cell data and Dylan's testimony of a masked man. The defense fights back, planted DNA. Biased jury. Police misconduct. The victim's family seethe. Kaylee's mother, Kaylee Goncalves, spits fire. He butchered her. Deaths to kind. Steve Goncalves, Kaylee's father, demands, for lives in one house, execute him. The murder weapon, the Kabar knife, remains missing. The night still screams. Moscow's cars bleed on. Kaylee, Maddy, Xana, Ethan, 4 lives stolen, a town hollowed out. Bryan Kohberger, student stalker slayer, or a pawn in a darker game. 3 mystery men lurk in the DNA. Autism is a faint echo. The sheath damns him, but the fingernails taunt us. Is he the monster under the bed or a scapegoat for a colder truth? Tell me in the comments below, guilty or framed. If this story chilled your bones, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to join Midnight Felony as we drop new shadows every week. Share this video with your night crew. Let's haunt the dark together. Next time, another killer, another shiver. Lock your doors. At midnight, the silence lies. See you in the gloom.